back. Real Talk with Reese is in the building. It's 2026. Wow. It's 2026. And I'm so here for it. I'm so here for 2026 and beyond. How is everybody out there doing? How is everybody feeling? We're going to get to that. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. And Real Talk with Reese is really raw and uncut. So if you hear because you just want to play around, that's not the place. If you hear because you want to get to the next level and level up, and you want to hear some real stuff that's going to help you in your life and understand how to live an authentic, real life where you can actually be yourself every day and elevate, you at the right place. Real Talk with Reese. So I have a super, 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 super great guest today. And I'm going to introduce Dr. Watkins, Dr. Ariel Watkins. And yes, I had somebody message me and said, "Is she a real doctor? Or is this just like something she calls herself?" No, she's a doctor. She's a boss. She's many things, but she is a real educated, graduated doctor. And so, but she's also already with the audacity. You can find her on TikTok and Facebook and man, and a really good friend of mine that I met doing some leveling up, right? And so that's something we're gonna talk about. The reason why I brought that up is something we're gonna talk about later because that's important. The people that are around you. So listen, what I want to talk to you guys about and what we're gonna talk about tonight is the comeback. And why is it the comeback? The comeback is because that's where I am in my life, and this is Real Talk with Reese. And as everybody already knows, I've told my story many of times. If you haven't followed me or knew before, I'm not gonna go into details tonight, but I definitely went through a lot of grief. Losing my son took me out the game. Something that I never thought could happen. I didn't think you could take Real Talk with Reese out the game because I'm always ready. I stay ready, right? I thought I could stay ready. There's some things that you actually can be ready for it. And grief, losing my child, losing my son was something I couldn't be ready for. But here's what I learned. Here what I have learned over the last year and a half. I learned that I'm unstoppable. I learned that I'm human. I learned that it's okay to cry. It's okay to really go through the emotions and feel everything that I needed to feel to get to the next level. And when you're going through grief, it doesn't feel good. But guess what? It's never gonna feel good. You are always grief doesn't feel good. It's never gonna get better. Grief is not gonna get better. What has to get better is you. And that's what I learned. I was like, okay, I can't stay down here because I got things to do and a purpose to live. And what I realized was grief ended up being a gift. And I know so many people are going to be like, what is she talking about? It ended up being a gift because it let me know my superpower still exists because I thought I lost it. I've always said I was a real superhero and Ari with the audacity can tell you that I actually got on stage and told Les Brown that he was meeting a real superhero. Remember that? And that was so funny. You was looking at me like you about to do what? I'm like, I think I'm gonna let them know I'm a superhero. And I really in that because my superpower is faith, right? And so I went through that. But what I have learned through that is that you just have to learn to live with the new you. I'm not the same person. I'm never going to be Tanya prior to grief. I'm never going to be that old person. I've shed that. That skin is gone. That person she's not here anymore. But I'm so much better. I've learned so much. It made me grow. It made me elevate to a new level. It made me understand that everything has a purpose and everything that you go through you need to grow through, and I grew through that. What it did was make me find a new light within this new Reese, because I'm never going to be the same. I'm never going to not have sad moments. I'm never going to want to hug my son again. I'm never going to sit here and just act like life is all roses and it's a fairy tale. But what I did know is the comeback. The comeback was about to be stronger. I got up and I realized, I was like, you know what? It's time. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. The comeback. I am in the comeback season, okay? I'm in the comeback season and it feels amazing. What happened is I started preparing myself. You have to be prepared. If you really come and want to come back, if you about that comeback, if you about going to the next level, you have to eat, sleep, and drink your comeback. You have to mentally prepare daily. You got to put that fight in. You got to feel it. You got to wake up like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm back. It's time. I'm not about to lay down because that's not me. That's just not me. I wasn't born to be average. I'm not trying to lay down and just cry every day and say, oh my gosh. No, there's a purpose. Why did this happen to me? And that's what we need to do in your life all the time. When you have these amazing, huge obstacles, right? Why is that happening? You gotta think about it. Why did that just happen to me? And how am I gonna get through it? That's it. And my comeback, baby. I feel like I should have some confetti or something to throw it up and be like, my comeback, I'm ready. I'm like, let's go. And that comeback has to be every aspect of your life. That comeback starts with every morning, looking in that mirror and telling myself, we about to win. What are you doing today? And you have to prepare for it. I get up and I don't know if you saw this. I've been talking about the new thing that I'm doing now is the three things I ask myself in the morning. And the first thing that I say in the morning to myself is, what are you proud of today, Reese? And today again was the same thing I was proud of yesterday. I felt good about working out. It took me a minute to get here, but I'm here. I felt good about working out. I was proud that I got up and I went harder than I went yesterday. Number two, what am I committing to? And I'm committing to this glow up. I'm committing to winning and elevating. That's my commitment. I'm committing to be living in my purpose. I mean, unapologetically, I'm living in my purpose. And then number three was, what do I forgive myself for? And I forgive myself for thinking for 1 second that I could not win, for thinking for 1 second that I wanted to give up and no giving up. So I forgave myself for that. You got to forgive yourself for the things that you sit here and think, okay, I lost everything. Well, maybe I'm not supposed to have anything. Maybe I wasn't who I thought I was. I thought I was. If you knew me before the grief, you knew I thought I was that girl, right? I thought I was on top of the world and somebody that can change the world. I've been thinking I could change the world since I was 9 years old, literally. And for a minute, I thought, no, how you gonna change the world? Couldn't even save your child. That's what I was thinking. And then I realized my child gave me a purpose. I'm saving the world because I'm about to show you this comeback. I'm about to show you that you can't stay there and how to get that light back. And my light is beaming. I'm working on it. So today is about the comeback. Today is about learning how to prepare your mind in a healthy way, mentally and physically. And with that said, I'm going to bring in my guest, Dr. Ariel Watkins, who has truly helped me on my comeback with my health journey. And so, what's up? How you doing today? You look cute, girl. You looking good over there. Got that red lipstick
Well,
on.
this is such a great topic for us. Let me tell you why. First of all, I love your energy. I love it because it's like wildfire. And when you were talking, I was catching it. So I want
Mhm.
to address something real quick. So I know you said earlier that somebody said, "Oh, is she a real doctor?" Blah 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 blah. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not addressing it because I have any ego about it, but it relates to the topic that we're speaking about. Okay, so what people don't know about becoming a doctor is when you go to school, they give you a bunch of puzzle pieces. You have to put the pieces together to then see yourself as a doctor out in life, no matter what kind of doctor you become, right? Okay, so I had a friend help me level up in 2020. I was going on a talk just like this. I never called myself Dr. Watkins, ever, not even in the office. And they caught wind that I was Dr. Watkins. And she said, I need you to come on my call every night for 30 days, explain this supplementation. And she started calling me Dr. Watkins. Oh, I was so uncomfortable. But let's talk about the comeback, the come up. It was my comeback season. See, comeback comes in little pieces, right? That was the first part of my comeback. Come
Mhm.
back to my confidence, come back to who I was as a woman, who I was created to be. And after 30 days of cringing and going like this, and oh my God, are people gonna say, is she a real doctor? That's why it don't bother me no more. Baby, I already done been through that. I'm on top, never to be at the bottom of the game, bottom again. Yes, so I am Dr. Ariel Watkins. Thank you very much.
Yes, you are.
But the come up is real. It's January. It's January, Reese. Everybody, everybody. I know it's people in the audience. I know you know people that are talking about, they want to lose weight. They want to, this is the year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Whatever it is. And I know you and I personally, for us, it's been fitness. Fitness has
Mhm.
been a big thing for us, you know?
Huge, huge. I mean, for one, let's just keep it real. You look, if you look better, you feel better. People think that's cliche. It's not. It's real. When you look in that mirror, your day kind of goes along with how you feel. You look in that mirror.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
like if
does.
you looking at. So I'm gonna be honest. I was like, that was one of the issues that was holding me back with while I was in grief because I did gain a significant amount of weight. So it really, you gotta love yourself where you're at. And so I started looking in that mirror going, okay, so what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about this? And talking to you and just watching you like do all this transformation, working out and loving it. What I love about you that inspired me, and I think this is what a lot of people need to see. They see the workout videos, get up, jump up, do this, eat this, take this shot, do that. But they don't, do you see them smiling at me and happy about it? And when I saw how you were so excited about it in the gym. I'm going to the gym in the morning. I'm getting up. I'm gonna be there at four. I'm getting up at 4:30. And you were so excited. And then you started. You never really talked about getting on the scale. You just talked about how you looked, started looking in your clothes, how you felt, and just your glow up was like super amazing. And I was like, that looks good. And I mean, I was so excited for you. So, because I'm a real friend, like I was happy that that was happening for you. But that's how I started looking at myself. I'm going, I want to feel good. Started that workout. If the accomplishment of you doing something every day for yourself,
Yes.
getting healthier is self love. It feels good. It feels good that you took time out to go and make yourself better. It feels so good. And then I realized I'm not trying to do this. I'm not rushing to say I can lose 50 pounds or 100 pounds or 20 pounds this month. What I want to do is the consistency, and then I'll start seeing it. And I mean,
Absolutely.
I got a story about that later, but go ahead. Tell us about your health journey,
Okay, so
your healthy
you're
journey.
so I grew up with a father who was a bodybuilder. So the gym and all this stuff is, I'm no stranger to it. But my father had an eating disorder, which a lot of people don't know, that men, especially black men, can't deal with eating disorders. My father had an anorexia and then later
Mm,
bulimia. So my earliest childhood memories were my parents fighting about him throwing up food. And
wow.
I didn't understand why there was food floating in the toilet when I would get up to go to the bathroom at 12 o'clock at night. But anyways, long
Mm,
story short, he met a guy in his 20s that got him into bodybuilding and changed his life. So he began that sport. And so it's really in me to lift weights because, we receive our programming from the ages of 0 to 7. So from 0 to 7, my dad was pumping iron every day. So my health journey started out I want to lose weight. I want to be thin. I want to fit into this size jeans. But what is really, really morphed into is I want to be complete and whole, and I want to do things right. So, what I'm focused on this time is really building my basal metabolic rate. And the only way you can do that is by building muscle. Okay. A lot of people go on these restrictive diets of trying to eat 100 calories so that they can fit into a size 5 jeans by Friday, which is crazy in itself.
Hmm.
So that just does not work. Especially as, oh my God, it's the first time I ever said this. Especially for people who are 40 and older. Oh my God, I'm 40 and older. guys. Reese,
Girl,
I have never talked about my age anywhere in life. Okay.
it's just a
So
number.
it is.
And if
Let me tell
anybody
you
knows that,
something.
I know
You know
that.
I gotta give you your flowers. When I met you, that's when I really started popping. Listen, y'all, this woman taught me that you are it, honey. You are that girl. So me being 42 now, I realized that there's a benefit and it's a necessity for me to build the muscle mass that I have on my body, because muscle is going to be, it's going to control insulin in my body. And a lot of us in our community, there's a lot of type 2 diabetes. Insulin is out of control. So really it's a skeletal muscle disease. So the way I'm attacking it now, Reese, is I'm building my muscles. I'm
Hmm.
dropping for somebody say 42 where stop. Thank
Okay.
you. And popping. I got to keep Reese in my life, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I lost 10 years when I took 10 years off when I met her. But anyway, so building that muscle mass, focusing on eating whole food. What do I mean by whole food, Reese? We've been talking about this. What you
Real
jump in
food.
there.
Real food.
Real
So
food.
that's what you taught me, because I was like, okay, what I'm gonna eat today, and the portions, and you said, listen, you can eat. You can eat. Just eat real food, and it makes sense. And I've noticed that change. I'm literally like, I'm telling you, I've been looking in the mirror, and I'm really liking what I see. And it started when I started not the processed foods is gone. So being able to eat as long as it's real food,
Real food.
meaning some vegetables, some real chicken, if that's what it is you want, salmon. I'm kind of not, I don't know, it's just me. And I told you this the other day. It's, as soon as I started getting into my healthy journey, and not looking at it as a diet, because this is not a diet for me. This
No.
is my life. This is how I want to live for the rest of I want to be 90 years old still living in this place. And it's really important for me to lose it naturally. I do not judge people that do the get the shots, and a lot of people are got their are Ozempic crazy, and that's fine. Do whatever you want to do for yourself. I don't judge people that, get tummy tucks or have surgeries and all that. Why it's so important for me? Because you just don't even know how many of my friends came to me and was like, get this, take this shot. You'll be down. Because they're so concerned with this weight, that I put on during that grief period. And it's important. I have 4 girls. They all gonna be thick like their mother, but they look really good now, and they gonna look good no matter what, right? Even if they do have a weight gain. I need to show them that at 51 years old, I'm about to kill the game. I'm about to show that you don't have to. I'm not about to take any of those supplements, because I want to do it the natural way. It makes sense. You eat healthy food, you put healthy things in, you move your body. How are you not going to do it? It's just that we want these overnight sensations. And I'm doing good. I don't want to say how much I lost, because I want to wait till I hit that 3 month period and then I want to do it every 3 month reveal. But let me just say this, every time I get on there, I'm going down. And it feels so good. So whether it's a half a pound or 2 pounds, all of it counts. And it's because I'm getting up, I'm working out. And I believe it's a lot because of the mental, because I'm there. I'm in my comeback season.
You are. Okay, I want to say this, not to be contrary to what you're saying. Okay, so I started December 1st. December 1st was the first day that I got self honest enough to say, the home workouts are not working. Time to go to a gym. And honestly, guys, I started December 1st because I didn't want to be one of the people that start January 1st. I just did. Ugh, I could not be a part of that group. So December 1st till now. Now, let me talk to y'all. The scale has only dropped about 6 pounds. But baby, my clothes, the inches, that's what you
Yes.
want to see. You don't want that scale dropping fast like that. You want the inches coming off. That means you are building and protecting your skeletal muscle. You listen, guys, this is not for a weekend. This is not, I'm going on a cruise, but this is not even for a cruise. You're going to be in that body until you leave here. We got to be responsible and take care of our bodies, which I didn't do, Reese, for so many years. But I want to piggyback on what you said about the real food. Let me give you an example. I'm eating more food now, my weight is higher, and I'm the same size as I was when I wasn't eating as much food. That's a
Mm,
win-win situation. You never want to get in a situation where you have trained your body to be used to only getting 1,100 calories a day,
mm-hmm.
unless you're 10 years old. I need more food than that. So right now, I'm sorry. Right now, I'm eating a little over almost 2,000 calories a day. I'm
Okay.
doing things like for breakfast this morning, I had 2 eggs, a fourth of an avocado, and I only cook in certain oils, which that's another podcast or another talk. But for lunch, I'm having things like potatoes. I love potatoes. I love potatoes. Sweet
Yeah,
potatoes with like chicken or fish. Now, this is weird for me because remember, Reese, last year I didn't eat meat.
I know. I know. That's why I'm saying I've watched you just like it's crazy and I love it. Oh, that was what I was about to say, and I just started going off on a tangent like I always do. Um, the meat I was telling you, I was cooking dinner for several people, and so I had made a roast that I never ate, and while I was making the roast, I got sick. Like looking at me is something weird that's going on with me, and people, you can eat meat if you want, but I now just I don't even like to, I barely want to eat chicken. Like I'm on this thing where it's kind of making me sick to look at it. I literally got sick while I was cooking it, and it's no judgment, but it's some that's how you know like something inside of you is changing. But again, I think, what do you believe about the blood type thing? Because my blood type is, when I got it change, it goes about what you should
I
eat.
don't
It
know
said
a
I'm
whole
vegetables.
I don't know a whole lot about the blood type. I think
Mhm.
because I know you, it's more of a spiritual thing.
Okay.
Last year when I did eat meat, I had the same experience. I was just making chicken one day and I was just like, ugh. Like I could not look at the chicken. And I
Yeah.
just couldn't eat meat for a whole year. I don't think it's the blood type thing. I think
Okay.
it's no, because I know you.
Yeah, I like vegetables a lot anyway. I've always been that. I have a friend, we have a joke because she be like, "What are you eating? Salad?" And she's like super skinny and she's always eating steak and whatever. But I love vegetables. So, uh,
Yeah.
but you
I'm gonna
told me
look at
that I could eat broccoli
what?
again. So I'm excited about coming back to broccoli.
Oh my God. Can we tell that story? Listen.
Yes.
Listen, folks, hello out there in TV land. Stop listening to these people that are telling you to eliminate entire food groups.
I got to tell my kids they can eat broccoli.
Stop it. Like someone told her, believe it or not, that she should not eat
A
broccoli
couple
every day.
people, a couple trainers.
It's broccoli. What are you
They said it
talking
was
about?
fake food or it bloats you and this. And I stopped eating broccoli a lot. Like, and I would tell people, don't eat broccoli, don't eat broccoli. So everybody that I told you don't eat broccoli, you can eat broccoli again.
You heard it here. Here's my thing. Um, the self-love journey, we're still on that journey, but it's like now, you're on the self-love at first and then you hit the little part where we are now, the leveling up. You start rejecting things that are not right for you. And I want to encourage everybody to filter everything that anybody says to you through your own lens. Okay. And what lens am I talking about? I'm talking about self-honesty. Okay.
Yeah,
Self-honesty, period.
yeah. I think that's a good point. That's a good point because it's about how it makes you feel. What do you think about it? Does it make sense? If you're always questioning it, you shouldn't keep questioning something that you want to do. If it
No.
feels, I always tell people when they say, even with relationships, and that's relationships with food, relationships with a being, a man or a woman, a relationship with a friendship, anything. If it doesn't feel good, it's not for you. It's really that simple. if it
Pay
doesn't
attention to
feel
how
good,
you feel
stop.
in your body after
Yeah,
you're in that person's presence.
yeah, yeah.
Like for instance, when I met you and we were speaking, we were on that speaking tour, right?
Right.
When I left your presence, I was like, wow, this person uplifted me the entire time. That's a good person, guys. That's the kind of person you want to be around. You don't want to be around somebody where you got to be on your eggshells and watching your P's and Q's and looking over your shoulder and you got a headache when you leave them. I know people like that. And well, I don't anymore because I cut them all off.
You have cut everybody off. But well, let's talk about that because that was part of the comeback, right? Um, and I'm so serious. And I know I have a lot of friends that are like, is she not talking to me? Does she not like me anymore? It's nothing about that.
She
What it
doesn't like you
is
anymore. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I just, they're just not aligning with who I am and where I'm going. And it's important. Listen up, everybody. This is so important. If you are serious about leveling up, if you are serious about that comeback recharge energy, and you really trying to take yourself to the next level of your purpose that you're living in, the people that are in your life mean everything. They either gonna mean everything, meaning they either gonna lift you up or they gonna take you down. And if you're talking to people that are not going where you're going, that doesn't mean you have to have the same goal. You don't, everybody doesn't want their candles in stores all over the world because they don't even make candles. But if whatever they're doing is something that they want to take to the next level, where their goals, meaning that they're rising and becoming better than they were yesterday and where they were before, then if somebody is in your life doing the same stuff all the time, I just can't even align with you right now because I don't have anything to talk about. I don't want to sit on the phone and talk about TV all day when I really need to be talking to my friends that are going to tell me a new way to, okay, this is how you can get your products on there. Just like you, when you call me, okay, you need to be on TikTok every day. You need to be showcasing and doing more lives. And let me say, oh, I got to share something. Now, my comeback, right? I'm talking about it. I went live and I saw you had made a comment and said, "Oh, I missed you. You haven't been going live." I had a story where I posted that video, and if you notice that I cleaned my whole page off my Instagram and just showing clearly just me with my motivation because I'm so intentional. I'm so serious about that. Being able to give people motivation to feel better and understand that they have a reason to be here. But I haven't been doing it as much. Well, the other day, I mean, I get real cute on those videos, right? I make sure I look real nice. The other morning when I got done working, I was working out. I was feeling so good. I had my hoodie on in the car. And I said, and I went back to the way I used to do it, where when it hits me, I just do it instead of waiting to get dressed up, put on, some clothes, some lipstick, whatever. It
Yep.
hit me, and I said something that I didn't even think was like, I didn't think it was anything bad, but it wasn't like super phenomenal to me. I was just talking and advising how I was doing my comeback, and I had someone that I went to church with, but I grew up with, and he called me, and his brother is really the one like that's like they call him Brother Insight, and he's like really all about elevating, and he's so insightful, a great person. And his brother, who is the person that actually called me, is more like the playful one. I mean, he's a great guy, but he's not like serious. He's always gonna make you laugh and do funny things and show you his new Jordan collection. He's like that. And so he called me yesterday and he said, "Hey, I got to tell you something." And I'm like, "What's going on?" He was like, "I watched your video and I'm so glad you're back." He said, "I want you to understand that you have changed my life in so many ways." And he said, and I thought I need to share this with her because she went to, I know what you were going through with Jalen and your son. And he said, I need you to know that you inspire me in so many ways where that I've had some really low times. And just hearing your message made me feel better. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because guess what? I'm in a comeback. I'm being intentional about my purpose. And when you really get into your energy of I'm about to come back and I'm getting ready to elevate, you will have signs that tell you you're where you're supposed to be. And that was I literally just jumped on there with my little hoodie, looking all crazy, you know what I'm saying? Not made up or anything, but I was just dropping the jewel and getting off. It was very quick. And immediately somebody that I haven't talked to in forever calls me to tell me, hey, just in case you didn't know, I needed all that stuff you were doing before. So I'm glad you're back. And it fed my soul and so many other people. And I wanted you to know it. So when you are coming back and when you're being intentional, that's why I said you got to be 1,000% intentional about coming your comeback. And when you do, that means that's eat, sleep, and mentally prepare daily. You will get the signs that you're on the right track. Even with working out, you get the signs that you're on track. You feel better. I feel good. I feel more motivated because I'm literally doing things that are for me and take me to the next level. So I'm excited.
I love that. I really love that for you. I'm glad that you went live. That's another thing about leveling up. The level up, the comeback, guys, it's intentional, but it's not staged. It's not a script. When you're leveling up, when you're coming back, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable now for since December 1st. So
Mhm.
it started out as a scream. I would wake up at no, nobody was literally screaming to me. It's your old thoughts. It's the old you.
Mhm.
It's gonna try to push back on you. So December 1st through the 30th, every day I thought, why are you getting up at 4:30? You're really gonna get up at 4:30? Are we doing this again? Okay, you're going to the gym again. You're really gonna get in the car and drive to the gym. Well, it's raining. Well, it's cold. Well, it's Friday. Well, it's Monday. Well, it's a donut stand over there. Like, you might get anything. But I realized this morning when I got up, I'm getting up quicker than the thought can come to me to stay in the bed.
That's good.
I'm getting up quicker than the, oh, is my knee a little sore? I'm already at the bed. That's the thing about it on the comeback, like being intentional about it. That's how you reach. That's how you reach what I call blackout. It's like I don't see nothing but the goal. It's like I'm like this now. It's certain conversations
Tunnel
I can't
vision.
even have with people no more.
Yeah.
It's certain numbers come across my phone. I'm like, I don't even. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just focused on where the goal is. Do you know? And I'm
Hmm.
gonna be honest, like you said earlier, you gotta eat it, you gotta sleep it, you gotta drink it, you gotta live it, you gotta be it. Because the comeback is about loving yourself. You cannot do it without complete, total, and utter love of yourself. And sometimes that means letting other people down. You're not really letting them
Hmm.
down, but you're not showing up the way that they want you to show up. You're not showing up the way that they're comfortable with. Okay? Because every time you change, the people around you, that's why some people stop fooling with you. Because when you start changing, they got to change. And
Yeah.
if they, like you said, Reese, if you can't change, if you're not going left when I'm going left, we don't got to be doing the same thing. Reese and I don't have the same goals, but what do we have in common? I know you're my friend because we're doing this. We elevating. And whether I'm calling you to say, hey, add creatine to your routine, or you're calling me to be like, you know what? Love yourself. Wear that red lipstick. Wear that red dress. We're doing the same thing. We're guys. I'm to a place in my life where friendships need to be an even energy exchange.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I learned because I thought, and this is why I say everything happens for your purpose and your growth. Prior to me going through the severe grief, I just wanted to help everybody. I wanted to save everybody. I wanted to help everybody, and I gave until I didn't have any more. My cup didn't. It was empty. It was empty, and I was still giving. And I put myself last because in my mind I was like, I got it together. I know how to be okay. I just, but they need me. I'm tired, but no, they need me, and I. That's okay. I no. I'm a totally different person now. I care about me. You are not getting anything from Reese unless my cup is running over, and you're gonna get the overage. You're gonna get the part that drops on the table, the extra that feels over the cup. Because I need everything in my cup for me. I need everything in my cup so that I can reach where I need to be and go to the next level. You will not get anything unless that cup is running over. And if it's not running over, I'm gonna have to holler at you a little later because I'm not, I have nothing to give. I don't. And I used to feel bad. I wanted to make everybody's birthday party. I wanted to make everybody's events. I wanted to, I mean, I just gave of myself because I am a supporter. I do like to support people, but right now I'm supporting me. And I learned that because
That was a bar.
that was a bar, wasn't it?
That was a bar.
That was a bar. I'm
Right now, I'm
supporting me.
supporting me.
I'm supporting Reese. But and it feels good. It feels good to be supporting me. And I feel no guilt anymore because I've how I'm gonna change the world or do the things that I want because I want to build schools. I want to schools like spiritual schools. I want to build help the homeless. I want to have a self-esteem school, but really no, a love yourself school. I want to help people love themselves before it took me forever to love myself, right? I want to help people do it. I have to do you. I'm gonna have to have that money flowing in, right? I'm gonna have to get those millions, like multi millions, and it is about the money. We could talk about it's not about the money. I can volunteer all day long and help, and I will do that. But if I really want to make the changes that I want to make, I've got to get to where I need to be. And that means it's all about me right now. It's all about supporting Reese so that Reese can get to where she needs to be in order to give back and live in my purpose. I'm that's why I'm a purpose coach. I'm not a life coach, I'm a purpose coach. Because once you live in your purpose, once you're actually living in your purpose, you can't be stopped because you're not gonna let nothing stop you, and you're not going and you loving yourself and you living your purpose kind of goes hand in hand. So I'm all about that.
I love that. You know how on the airplane, they tell you on the airplane, put the mask on yourself first before
Mhm.
you even put it on before you try to help your child. Because guess what? How you gonna help somebody if you can't even do something basic like get air? So I feel like it's a lot of unsung heroes out there. It's a lot of people that want to live in their purpose, walk in their purpose. They want to change lives. They want to love themselves. They want to teach and help and love on. But we got to start with ourselves because you're literally the person that's doing it.
Something just
You're the
came
doer.
something just came in my soul, and I really think it's important if we have a few minutes to talk about this, like a few seconds just to hit on this, because you hit home so hard on something that you didn't even know. I have a friend that's got cancer again, right? And it's really
Hmm.
hard for me to talk about it without getting super emotional because this is one of the most. She's a phenomenal woman. She is a great friend, and when I say she has supported me like no other, I have great support going through this. What I've been going through, but she's somebody I ain't never had to worry about. She's just a good friend. She's a good person. And she overcame breast cancer and she did it like a soldier. Her energy was up. She got through it. I saw it. Then she just got cancer again, right? And I told you about it. I couldn't even breathe. Like I was just so like, oh my gosh. But I saw her going through something prior to this in her personal life, right? And I had called one of my friends. We have a mutual friend. It was like the three of us. Shoot, they were my two first people I met in Cleveland when I got here 26 years ago. And I saw she was going through something real bad. So I had told my friend, I said, I feel like I need to call her and tell her that stress and that mental thing that you're going through could possibly bring back her cancer because she was in remission. Cancer wasn't even we wasn't she didn't even have she didn't physically look bad, nothing. And I I was just like so concerned. Something kept hitting me hard, like, this is an energy thing that is happening. Like, if she doesn't get a hold of how stressed she is because she already had cancer before, like, I could just feel how overwhelmed she was. And I knew that wasn't good for her body, right? But I didn't want to scare her and say, hey, you're going to bring your cancer back if you don't stop being so stressed out about her issue that she was going through, right? So I didn't really say it like I should have. So when it came back with a vengeance, right? She got two different kinds of cancers at one time. I called you or text you and said, let me reach out to my doctor friend here. And I told you about her situation. And I'm not going to say her name or go through anything. I told you about her situation because I wanted a doctor's perspective. And what you said to me was, do you remember what you said? Because I wish
Yes.
I exactly what you said, kind of.
Yeah. I
Can
remember
you
when I,
you don't know this girl, right? Because
no, I
you
don't
can
know her.
tell people right now you never met my
No, I've
friend.
never met
You
her.
don't know
I
her
to this day,
issue
you
that she was
did
going
not
through.
tell me her name. I don't know her.
I never told you anything. I just said I got a friend and she has cancer again. What did you say? I said, how can I help her?
I
What can I
said,
get her? What did you say?
I said that she needs to do what's called self forgiveness because so disease. If you break the word down, the word is broken into dis-ease. Dis-ease. It is when your body is not at ease. Okay, something's caused you to be diseased, right? Disease. So I talked to you about the fact that whoever the person is, she needs to walk through self forgiveness, right? So walking through self forgiveness and being self honest, because cancer comes from deep seated anger and resentment.
That was it. That's the part I wanted you to say. That's what was going on in her life. Overwhelming, like deep in her soul. She was going through something. And I understood what she was going through. I understood it. Actually, most women gonna go through what she went through at least once, right? A issue in their relationship that's devastating, okay?
Yeah.
And you got to get through it. But I never saw her this stressed and this hurt, and she wasn't letting go of it. And I understand it. I'm not judging her for that at all, because sometimes it's hard. I actually told her when I found out about the situation, it's going to take you a couple years to let that go. But I never, it was intensified in her. It was going. And because she already had cancer, my soul, I'm just very intuitive, and people know that. Like, I can feel stuff, I know things. And I was right. I called my mother. I was in tears and I was upset. I told my mother, I was like, Ma, why didn't I tell her what I was feeling? Like, you got to stop being stressed out. You might can bring that disease back. This is not about hereditary. This is about, and I'm saying this for all people, not just her. I wanted to bring this up because it's so many people around me are. I went to a funeral last week. Cancer is going crazy around me, and it's going on a lot of people. And I just wanted people to hear this one part, and we can go back to everything else. That disease is we can create that by the stress, like you said, not forgiving, the anger. If you if that's so rooted into you, you can literally make yourself unhealthy. The same way I'm feeling better and got my behind up and rising from my grief is because I'm becoming healthy, because I'm having more positive thoughts, because I decided I'm coming back and I want to win. So I'm feeling better, I'm feeling healthier, because of that energy. Energy matters. And this is coming from a doctor. That's why I want people to hear that.
Oh yeah. I mean, certain emotions and things like that, like they can trigger certain disease processes in our DNA. So that's why they talk about epigenetics and things like that. Was just that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, so but the thing I want to say too, a lot of what we're seeing with people getting sick in our culture is because they are eating, they're living. I'm not saying you can never have a bag of chips or ice cream isn't that bad, or a cookie, or whatever, these desserts and snacks and stuff. Because I'll occasionally have something like that. But people that are living on processed food, there's no way your body can be healthy because your body, think about it. You got to think about your body on a cellular level, right? What are they made of? You have to give your body the building blocks of life. Essential amino acids, right? Because think about like the cell, the mitochondria, where your ATP is made and all this stuff, which I won't get into all that. But you have to, it's sort of like if you want to build a brick house, Reese, okay?
Hmm.
You telling me you want this big, beautiful brick house and you want it to be white bricks, but I show up with brown wood, that will never be a brick house because you're not putting, so basically trash in,
And
trash
I'm
out.
trying to be a brick house. I think I'm already a brick house. I'm trying to get my brick house. I'm trying to renovate this house. Okay. Oh,
You
that
know
was
what?
good. Another bar.
There was there was a time when my measurements actually were 36, 24, 36. That was a long time ago, y'all.
Well, that's funny. I when I got married, my measurements were it wasn't 36 or 24, but it was 38, 29, 56.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, girl.
but I can't help to have this big behind, right? But my body was like, and so yeah, I'm trying to get that brick house
Yeah.
renovated.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any ladies in the audience, like if we could share just maybe like let's say three things with them, because I'm pretty sure hearing what
Almost
you're
at
saying,
56.
hearing what I'm saying, has sparked in somebody like, you know what, I want to love myself, I want to get healthy. So I'm trying to think if we could just say three major things that would help. Um, what's one of the things you think that we would tell them that you think will really be pertinent to this comeback, the wrap up the comeback, the health, and all that together? Like one, three things. You say one, and then I'll say one.
Um, Unwavering faith and belief that you can do it.
Okay.
So yeah, just believing that you can do it.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to say.
Being fearless about it. Yeah.
Okay. Mine is going to be take massive action.
Okay.
I have been shocked and amazed at how just doing the thing gets the thing done.
Commitment.
Yes, we listen. I would say stop sitting back and waiting for it to look good. Don't even worry if it about it. Listen, it doesn't feel good to this body every morning, 5 days in a row without fail, to get up and to be at a gym away from the warmth of my bed at 4:30. But you know what feels good? Later in the day when I'm seeing patients or I'm sitting at my desk and I'm eating that healthy food and I'm like, you're doing this thing. You are winning.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the third thing.
Okay. I was about to
Take
say something.
inventory of the beautiful things that you have right now. We're always thinking about when we get there, when I'm that
Hmm.
person, when I'm her, when I'm him. There are some wonderful things about you right now. I would
Yes.
say write out a list of as many wonderful things that you're grateful for that you already are.
Gratitude. I try to do gratitude, write out what I'm grateful for every day. So I
Yes.
think if you do that, so um and make yourself number one priority.
Oh, yeah. Let's make yourself number one.
Yeah, make yourself.
I
So
love
so
that.
what I was telling you about the three things that I do every morning that I would like, I think if people would do it, is what we kind of saying is number one, what are you proud of? That's actually saying something nice about yourself, right?
Hmm.
Write out what you're proud of. Number two, what are you committing to? That's mean what action are you gonna take, which is what you just said. You've got to walk the walk. You can't just talk about it. And then three, forgiving yourself. I think,
Let me piggyback on forgiving yourself. Okay, you know me, and you knew I went through a shift last year. You know, I got to where I was like, stop it with the positivity. Like, I just, right?
Right.
Positivity is one thing, but self honesty is about not just saying what I love about myself. You got to be honest about the things that you absolutely that you hate.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
You gotta forgive. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you got to shine light on that thing that you're doing that you are like, why am I doing this? Oh, me. I used to be consistently inconsistent.
Procrastination is something I have to that I really worked on because it was like, girl, come on, are you serious? Like you know how to do all of these things and you're not doing it. You putting something off to tomorrow. And then I remember when I would say stuff like, well, as long as I get it done by Sunday. Really? You gonna say on Sunday, as long as you get it done by the next Sunday? That is such procrastination when I could have got it done today. So that was a big thing that I had to really, really, really work on. And also, um, just not loving myself, allowing something that's not good for me to stay in my life when I know it shouldn't be there. Recognizing the red flags, and like a long relationship, you know this is not good for you, So that
It's
dumbing
all
myself
about
down for somebody else,
can't do it. You can't
never
do it.
doing that
So
again.
I would say be grateful. I'm grateful for the procrastination. I'm grateful for the inconsistently inconsistent because once you start to look at it, you're like, you examine it and start to think about how you can change it. But I'll be honest, I've gotten to where like I don't even need to believe in myself anymore. I've realized, I know this sounds crazy. Nobody is going to understand this maybe. You don't have to believe in yourself. You just need to do the work. Period. It's people
That's
sitting around believing in themselves, and guess what? They ain't doing nothing with their life except
Mhm.
believing in themselves. It's not the
Yeah.
way to success. If you believe in yourself, great. If you don't, I'm still gonna be up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Period.
you got to have an action behind it. I mean, you have to have action behind it. Consistency is the key to any is to success and to winning. Period. It's consistency.
It
It is
is.
working out and doing what you need to do. It's being consistent.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm starting so for the first time, Reese, I have to tell you, I'm going to be meal prepping on Sundays and Wednesdays. Can you hear me?
Yes. You
Okay.
gonna meal prep on what days?
Sundays and Wednesdays.
Okay. Okay, that's good. You know what? I'm glad you said yes. Sundays and Wednesdays is good. I used to meal prep for the whole week, and I that was not good. By the time I got to the last couple of days, I didn't even want to eat it. It sat in the refrigerator too
No.
long. I did that was something I had to change, okay? Because I
Oh
was
God, I
like,
cannot because I don't really like leftovers. So I'm gonna do it enough. On Sunday, I'm gonna do it for 3 days, and then Wednesday push the rest of the week.
yeah.
Take Saturdays off, maybe or maybe not.
Oh, that was something I did different too. Working out on the weekend. Instead of
Oh,
saying I'm gonna take the weekend off, nope. Work out on the weekend. I think you feel better. Don't
yeah.
stop. Don't make it just a weekday thing. Just a tip. Just a
No,
little
I like that, but I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times people think they have to kill themselves in the gym. One of the best things I've done is
like
like
you.
incline walking. Like me, what'd you say?
I said like you.
Listen,
There's
I only do that Monday through Friday, okay? Saturday and Sunday, I do not. Saturday and Sunday, I just well, I do a lot of working out, but Saturday and Sunday I'll go for a couple yoga classes. Sunday I can get up to 3 hours of yoga, but it's yoga. It's not hard. And it's
So
hot yoga. I love it.
man, so that's something I got to get through too. Because I
Yeah.
learn well, every time you say hot yoga, I'm like, I got to get over this hair thing. Everybody knows I have a hair fetish. I have a problem. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to start going to the hairdresser every other week instead of every week. So that's a big commitment that I'm doing.
Right.
And I want to go yoga. I've joined a gym where they have a pool now. So I love to swim. So I'm
Yeah.
making big changes to get work on my health and really get my body physically where I want it to be, I have to really let go of this hair thing, and it's really hard. So
You
that's
know what, Reese?
because
I
I
don't
want to
think.
get in yoga, but I don't want. But when I come out of yoga, I got to put a hat on. Period. There's nothing I can do. My
Well,
hair is sweated out.
I would suggest, and we should do another show where we go in. Let's show, especially lady women of color, black women. Let's show us how to protect our hair in the gym because, like, this is a sew in, ladies. If you're like that, because a lot of us are like, well, what am I going to do with my hair? Um, there's different things you can do, but it's not going to be something that we're going to let us stop going to the gym because that's so important. But Reese, I think we should do another show and specifically talk about different types of exercise styles and things that we can do as women of color and women, period, men too, to protect our hair, to protect our beauty.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I did, custom caps. A friend of mine, her name is Levita Swoop, and now I have about five or six, and I'm getting ready to get three more made because I am a little extra, if you know me. And so that I can still be cute and still feel good. Because you got, like, what did I say? You look good, you feel good.
Absolutely.
So I got these hats, then they like blinged out and different styles, and I put the I. So I'm working on it. There are things you can do. I'm not gonna let it stop me. That's what I'm saying. One of the reasons why I brought that up is sometimes you got to change things that you just like it's going to hold you back, but it's because it's something on the outside. When you're really trying to focus on the inside, you're going to have to let some of that outside stuff go. And that's my hair. But guess what? I adjusted and go get me a cute hat. So and you're going to see that on Real Talk with Reese. So some of these days, I'm coming from the gym and do this show, and I'll have on one of my cute hats.
I love
So
it.
tell everybody where they can find you, especially, Ari with the Audacity, who I love that. I
Oh,
love that movement. But how do they
yes.
find you? And then also tell me, um, where do you want to see yourself at the end of 2026? In
Ooh.
December 31st, where would you like to see yourself, and how can they find you?
Okay, real quick, the way you guys can find me on Meta, aka Facebook, I'm Ari, ARI, with spelled out WITH, the audacity, right? I'm rebranding myself because I just believe in being real and authentic because pretending to be perfect helps no one, okay? And I love that. This is such a fun journey that I'm on, but I share real life things there. Also, I'm on TikTok at Ari with the Audacity. Same name. Ari, period, THE, the Audacity dot. I just said that totally backwards. But it's Ari with the Audacity. ARI, Ari. Where do I want to be at the end of 2026? Funny that you ask. At the end of 2026, I want to have competed in my first figure show.
I'm gonna be front row,
Listen,
and
I
I'm gonna
already
be your
know.
stylist.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. So I already know what the hair is gonna look like. Of course, red is my signature. So I'm gonna do a red bikini with diamond embellishments. Yeah. So that's where
Wait,
I
wait,
see
what? Wait,
myself.
wait, did you say with some bling? Oh my gosh, look what I have done to you. I love this.
Also, I want endorsements, I want partnerships, I want brand deals, and my heart is bringing health to our community, to our women, to our men, because it's a beautiful way to live. Now, where do you see yourself, Reese, at the end of 2026?
I see myself in stores all over, everywhere, like everywhere. You will see my amazing candles. Also, I would have be on a tour, a speaking tour, and I would be, on stages, and I would have just completed my TED talk.
I love
And yeah, I was just completing my TED talk and starting the new Reese talk.
Okay, and of course I'll be
uh,
front row. I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
well, we have a vision of us doing a TED talk together, and
We
I
do.
really believe that I know that that's going to happen. So yes, I see me getting back to my purpose, and the main thing is being unconditionally happy, being able to feel good about who I am when I look in that mirror, and that's how I want to end the end of the year. 2026, I'm gonna love the heck out of Reese.
I love that. Oh my God. I wish I had said that. That's so much better than what I said.
No, it wasn't. Look, those they
But I
go hand in
love it.
hand.
I
They go
love
hand in
it.
hand. Yes,
Yes.
and also I want to see my kids flourishing and them being where they want to be and where they should be at the end of the year. That would mean a lot to me.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I believe it's gonna happen. I'm looking forward to all of that. Is it? And you know what? When you're living on purpose, when you're leveling up, life is just exciting. I heard a quote, and I'll shut. My granddaddy used to say, "I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up." If you were going where I was going, you would get up early too. You know?
That's good. That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah. I just want to look like my mother looks at 72.
Oh my God, she looks
That's what I'm
amazing.
working on.
That woman looks amazing.
Those are my goals. I tell people all the time, like, look, I got a lot of life to live. My mama look good. I can't even keep up with her. She's 72. Okay. So that's what I want to be. That's the type of happy I want to be. So I want to say thank everyone for tuning in tonight to Real Talk with Reese. You guys follow my amazing co-host for tonight that you'll see many, many times on Real Talk with Reese, Dr. Aria Watkins. Follow her, Ari, with the audacity. I definitely will be tagging her on my page, and really embrace who you are and elevate. It's time for elevation. It is time for the comeback. Get into it. Get into the comeback, y'all. It's time. Let's go. And definitely shout out to UGD podcast and radio. I'm so blessed to be a part of this UGD family
Thank
in
you.
this podcast and radio show. And the CEO and owner, James, is just an amazing person to work with. So definitely shout out to James, and look forward to my publicist has a lot of great things coming out for me, and with the UGD um, PR that is coming out, and you'll see more about that. So look out for that. I got a publicist,
Okay.
y'all. She doing
Oh,
things, yeah.
and she's my friend.
And if I have a publicist, you have a publicist, because we in this together. See, that's why you gotta have them friends going places and keep your circle right. Look at you, you got a whole publicist now. All right, I love you guys. Listen, be great on purpose. Peace.